In this screencast, I'm going to show you how you can create telephone orders and mail order sales using RomanCart. Now at this point it's important to note that you don't actually need a website to do this, because these transactions go straight through the RomanCart control panel. So even if you're not selling online with a website, that makes no difference. You can still use RomanCart for your mail order and telephone order transactions. So the important menu is the one on the left hand side here, the action menu. If I click on that, you can select telephone order or mail order. We'll do a telephone order for this example. So if you click on that, it takes you to the product selection screen. If I just change the category to demo wine store, this cart is our demo cart. We call it the World of Wines demo cart, and as you can see here, it contains wine related items. So these are the products that have been entered onto the product manager on RomanCart. You don't have to have your products on the product manager, but of course it makes it a lot easier because you don't have to type in the product details every time. And I'll show you how you can create a custom item in just a few moments. But let's just say a customer phones you up and wants a bottle of Chardonnay. If you were using barcoding, you could simply scan the bottle of Chardonnay if you were in a warehouse, and it would automatically add that product to the basket. But for this example, we'll just do this manually. You'll see there's two fields on the right hand side, the special field and the action field. The action field is where you enter the quantity of bottles, in this case, that you want to purchase, the quantity of items you want to purchase. If you leave that blank, then it simply uses the default quantity. Normally that would be 1 unless you've set it to be different. So if I click on the add to basket icon there, then you'll see the product gets added to the cart. In this case the price is £5. You can select your shipping options in the usual way. If I click on continue shopping, it takes us back to the product selection screen. And there's another field here which is the special field. Now imagine, let's take this bottle of peas porter here. Imagine if someone phones you up and says, you know, I bought 100 bottles of peas porter from you last week. I meant to buy 101. I've only got £2 left. Can I have that last bottle for £2? And if you're okay with that, then you simply enter £2 into the special field here. Click on the add to basket icon, and then it adds that product at that special price, which in this case is £2, to the basket. So you can see there that product is being sold for £2. So if I click on continue shopping, then if you've got a product or products which are not on the product manager on RomanCart, then you can click on custom item and simply enter the name of the product here. So if I could put a custom product, and let's say that's the price, let's say it's £5.99. It's tangible, yes, quantity of 1. Click on add to phone order, then you can see that item gets added to the order as well. And so you click on checkout here, and now you can enter the customer details in the normal way that you would do on the checkout. And then you can click on the button at the bottom to pay with the credit debit card or whatever payment method that you've got set up. In this case, this is using Roman Pay. If I just enter the card details here, click on submit card details, then you'll see that the transaction gets processed, and then we're taken back to the manage sales screen, the sales manager, where you can see that this top order here is the telephone order that we've just put through, and it's highlighted with a yellow highlight there. And you can select from the order type drop down here, and you can select telephone sales there if you just want to view all those telephone sales. Now if you were doing a mail order sale, that's done in exactly the same way, except for obviously in the action screen, in the action menu there, you would click on mail order instead of telephone order, and the process is exactly the same, except for you have an envelope icon shown on the managed sales screen there. And there's another thing you can do as well, which is that if your customer is already on the system, then you can automatically pre-populate the checkout page with their details. And I'll show you how to do that now. If you go to Marketing Customer Relationship Manager, as you can see, this is a list of contacts on this cart, and if you scroll to the right hand side, you'll see there's various columns in the under the order header there of actions that you can take for this particular contact, and there's telephone order as the phone icon there, and to create a mail order you would click on the envelope icon there, and essentially that just pre-populates the checkout page with the details of that contact. One thing you might want to do, if you've already got a list of contacts which you use who purchase only on the telephone from you, then you could create a list for them. If I click on manage lists, click on create new list, select user, Let's call it telephone order contacts. And just in the description, I'll put contacts who buy by telephone. Click on Save List. Click on Back to go back to the Customer Relationship Manager. Now you could add those contacts one by one if you wanted to. If I click on Add Contact, now we enter the customer details. And then you can see at the bottom of the screen the lists that you can have that contact join. In this case, we've got our telephone order contacts list. If I click on Select there, and then we click on Save, and then if we select that telephone order contacts list, then you can see that that contact is in that list. So it makes it really easy. You could have your entire list of contacts who create telephone orders with you there, and then you can simply create an order just by clicking on this link here. Now if I click on the mail order icon here, then you'll see that you're taken to the product selection screen as in the example before, and you could continue there with a mail order transaction. The other thing you can do as well, there's a link at the top of the screen where you can change or select the contact as well. So that essentially jumps to the customer relationship manager, allowing a quick way for you to do that. And there's a view cart link there as well. So if you add products to the cart and then decide that you don't want to add any further products, then you can click on view cart and continue and complete the transaction in that way. Further to this, it's important to set up the payment methods that you want to accept using mail order and telephone order transactions. And if you click on Configure Payment Methods, this is the screen where the payment methods are listed, and there's two columns. There's website and there's mail tel, and the mail tel column is the payment methods you're accepting for mail order and telephone order transactions, and you can accept payments using a payment method for mail order and telephone order transactions which you don't normally accept on your website. So to add a payment method, you simply click on this drop down box here, select the payment method, click on Add New Method there, and then you would click on the Configure icon to configure that payment method.